People, 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 que pasa, sa, pase, what they do. Now, people, it seems like it happened again. It seems like it happened one more again. Because our next mama fling our picnic in our pit latrine. And people, when we talk about pit latrine, I am speaking about our outside toilet. Now, people, if we remember less than a week ago, a lady from Clarendon went to St. Mary and she fling with her little boy. And now this time it is in St. Anne's. I am speaking about a district near Alexandria. And it is said, or according to the Popo report, it is said that they got a call at about 8 p.m. And when they went to a yard in the district close to Alexandria, they saw a lady and they saw a trail of blood. May I talk about the red stuff? And then when they do further investigation and went by a little pit latrine outside, them see one little pit near them hear some noise and rete lele. They saw evidence. Now, people, it is said that they call the St. Anne's Fire Brigade and they were there trying to retrieve this little pitney. And when them find the pitney is a little girl newly born. Now, according to the mother, which is a far-fetched story, she claimed that she went to use the bathroom and it seemed like she went into labor automatically and the little pitney just plopped out. Now, people, how that story does sound? Does it sound like a brother Tuckerman story? Does it sound like a brother Nancy story? Because that is exactly what it sounds like to me. So anyways, like me say, the Popo called the fire brigade. And when the fire brigade was there trying to retrieve the little pitney, the mother run with the mother take care of herself. Now, people, let me ask you a question. Isn't that a sign of guilt? Isn't that a sign of somebody that is confused? And people, me know say people are always going to try to use excuse for her purses and say that she is suffering from this and that and postpartum depression and rete and lele. But the truth and the fact is that in some of these cases, or most of these cases, we have to hold people responsible because people are always responsible for their deeds, good or bad, and they should pay for whatever action that they take. And specifically in a case like this where it seems very obvious that this lady is guilty of something and it seems like she deliberately tried to fling with the picnic and she kind of panicked and went into panic mode and somebody, a family member or somebody in the district, somebody in the yard called the Popo and Rete and Lele. So when we see incidents like these happening in succession, we are speaking about less than a week apart, it is reason for concern. It is a copycat syndrome. It is like one fool makes many, and people like we see whenever any BS happens in Jamaica, it seems like it is repeated over and over and over. And people, this is something that we don't want to see in Jamaica, point blank and period. So according to the news report, it is said that the little girl was taken to the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital for recovery. So people, we see that she did not pass away, so that is always good news. So now people, when we look at this, we are talking about last week, a lady from Clarendon, she fling with her picnic in a St. Mary. And now this week in St. Anne's, people, that is very disturbing. And it is also said that the Popo contacted the child service and they are looking for the mother. So people, we see that the mama is wanted right now. And what is so sad about this whole situation is that we saw that last week when this other lady fling with her picnic in the toilet. We hear people making all sorts of excuses and rete and lele and claim that she is suffering from postpartum depression. But people, the truth and the fact is that it was the 5th child for this lady. So the moral of the story and the point that I am trying to make in all of this, if you know say you is a mother or a father and you know that you are not ready to take care of any pitney financially or emotionally, and if you know that you like to act up yourself in the bedroom and you like sex, and you know say you're not taking no contraceptive, that means so you need to refrain from doing any sort of activities like that in the bedroom, point blank and period. So anyway people, like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update to a story that I did yesterday about a lady from New York that was 57. that came to Jamaica that met some cabmen and they took her away and they slapped her away and they took her money and Rete and Lele. Now, people, after doing further investigation, I get to find out I was sent some other information, some very credible, important information that told me that this person's name is Rose Booth, Boothe, and she was actually born in 1967. That makes her 52-year-old, and she is actually from New York. Now, according to the information that I get, is that she has a reputation of meeting men on Facebook. People, I don't know if she have white liver. And it is also said that she is not too right in the head. That means that she is one sandwich short of a picnic basket. That means that our head sick, our head no good, our head come and go. So anyway, people, that is not the story. That is not the point. The point that I am trying to make is that this is a warning, this is a message to other persons out there. Because me know say a lot of people on social media, them like to meet people on Facebook, on WhatsApp and Rete and Lele and try to form some sort of love relationship. And more than likely, 9 times out of 10, it is only going to end up in a scam or people getting hurt. Point blank and period. So anyways, it is said that she likes to meet people on Facebook, and even in one instance, she met somebody in Texas, and when she went to Texas to meet the person did not show up, and she was basically on the street. She was basically homeless. Now, according to information that I also have, is that she has some family members that take care of her, but sometimes she don't listen and she does whatever she feels like doing, and sometimes she go astray. So it seems like that this was the instance. She came to Jamaica. She obviously met some persons on Facebook and they thought that she had money. And when she came to Jamaica, them basically take her away and slap her away. And people, that was the history. So people, the moral of the story and the point that I am trying to make in all of this. People, you have to be vigilant. You can't be fooled. You can't swallow no big pill because people are out there, especially specifically in Jamaica. Since all of the lottery scamming and Rete and Lele gone, they are now pulling off some new scheme and some new scam. And it seems like they are now preying on vulnerable person. We are talking about some loggerhead. We are talking about some fool person. And the truth and the fact is that it is very disturbing when anybody lose their life because of some foolishness. So the point that I am trying to make is that in 2019, you have to be very vigilant, you have to be very careful, and don't give away your life for any love or any sex. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on that whole situation as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that I see that the 2 taximen that were involved in that little incident on Eastwood Park Road, I am talking about close to the transport center, I am talking about in Tree, where them basically licked down 2 passengers or 2 pedestrians. So anyway, people, according to the news or according to the report, it is said that one of these persons, I am speaking about Mr. Chad Ingram, he pled guilty to 4 of the 5 charges. He pled guilty to dangerous driving. He pled guilty to fleeing the scene of a crime. And he also pled guilty to operating a PPV, that is a public passenger vehicle, without any insurance or any license. So people, we are talking about 4 out of the 5 charges. So the next person on the list, or the next cab driver, I am speaking about Mr. George Malcolm, and he is said to be the person that was responsible, and he was the one that gave the keys to Mr. Chad Ingram. Now he pled not guilty to aiding and abetting his co-accused. And he also pled not guilty to fleeing the scene of a crime. And he also pled not guilty to operating a PPV, we are talking about a public passenger vehicle, without any insurance or any license. Some people, we see one of them play out and the next one pled not guilty. Some people, like we see, it seems like the wheels of justice are turning right now, because we saw that that was a crazy incident on Eastwood Park Road. Now people, when we look at this case and we saw that one person pled guilty and the next one pled not guilty, we see that they took polar opposite stance. because one seems like he is going for lesser time and the next one feels like he can beat it at trial. But people, the truth and the fact is this. This looks like an open and shut case, but people will understand how the justice system works in Jamaica. Even if you are guilty, you can be found innocent, and even if you are innocent, you can be found guilty. It is a very incompetent system. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.